guys, so today we're gonna go ahead and make a video. I'm gonna make ribs for dinner today. We're gonna have ribs, and then I'm going to have macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna make it homemade, and these are the ingredients that I'm gonna put into the ribs. But first, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up the crock pot, and in here we're gonna go ahead and put the ribs in. Hopefully they fit. If not, I'm gonna have to cut them in half.
Didn't fit.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut these in half. And while we cook these, I go ahead and put a little bit of water in it so they could just get that little steam going. And then I go ahead and put a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Okay, then we're just gonna put a little bit of salt, and then we're gonna go ahead and set that at, we're gonna go ahead and start it at 4 hours, and then I'm going to put the top on it, and then I'll be back to show you how to make the macaroni and cheese. Oh, okay, so this is where I'm going to start the macaroni and cheese. We went ahead and start the water and the mac. And then for that, I'm going to use the Velveeta cheese. I'm going to use the cream cheese. I usually get it at Walmart, but usually it depends on what kind you want and what flavor you like. And then I'm going to top it off with a little bit of shredded cheese. So as soon as this is done and as soon as the macaroni is finished, I will go ahead and come back and show you what I put in it. So I'll come back, I'll see you. Alright guys, so the macaroni is done. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to add probably almost like a cup of butter. Okay, mix that in, and then after that, I'm going to add the cream cheese. Okay, and I usually put at least 2 ounces, if not 3 at the most. So that would be probably about right here of cream cheese. Okay, and then, sorry, let me try to get this open. Okay, so I'll put that in there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and set that in there, put that away, and then I go ahead and mix it pretty good. I put seasoning in it. I put a little bit of pepper because I like a little spice to everything. I think I mentioned that in every video, but just a little bit, just to give it a little taste. And then you just mix it all in together. And then what I'm going to do too is I'm going to wait for this to get a little bit in there. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of like this little more spice. Because since we're going to have ribs and stuff, we like to have that spice. And we're going to have a little bit of Slap Your Mama. I told you before, it's my favorite. So we're going to just go around once. And then mix it, and then while that's mixing, I went ahead and preheated the oven at 350. Sorry guys, I burned my finger. And then and then I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of the Velveeta, well, all of the Velveeta cheese as soon as I can get it open. This is what the macaroni and cheese looks like after it's done. So now all we're gonna do is I'm waiting for the potatoes to be done because I'm gonna make mashed potatoes, and then I'm waiting for the meat to get a little bit tender so I can come back and show you the ingredients. Other than that, back and I'll show you what it all looks like. Thank you. Okay guys, so in this process, as you can see that the meat is a little bit getting there to where it's supposed to. So what I usually do is I poke a little bit of holes in the ribs. And then this part right here is where I kind of season it with the mesquite grill mates. I season it a little bit. Season that one. And then I go ahead and let's try to flip that over. And then I try to get the back. I like to get the back of it just so it could get that taste. So then after I season it and everything, I go ahead and let it put the top back on it, and we'll go ahead and come back and check on it in a couple of more hours. So I'll be back to let you guys know. And then right now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the potatoes to be done for the mashed potatoes, and the macaroni is already done, so I have that in the oven just to keep it warm. But other than that, I'll be back to let you guys know how the meat is going. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start barbecuing the ribs. This is the sauce that I'm gonna use. I use sugar-free because, like I mentioned before, I'm diabetic. But so what I do is we're gonna move the top rack up like this, and we're gonna move that one a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour this on here. And by the way, this is the hickory flavor, because like earlier I put the mesquite seasoning on it earlier. Sorry about that, guys. So I go ahead and I just marinate it really nice. I try to get it really nice and juicy. Really nice and juicy. And then after I do that, we'll go ahead and put these on there and do the same. And then just rub it on there nice and neat. And then we'll go ahead and let it sit for a couple more, maybe about another hour or so. Let it get the flavor, and then after I come back, what I do is before I cut them up and everything, I go ahead and I put another layer of barbecue sauce on there. But I'll be back in about maybe an hour or so, but depending on how they look. And then I'll have them cut up and everything, and you can see what they look like. But until then, I'll be back. Okay guys, so the potatoes are ready. I'm going to go ahead and start mashing them. I usually put butter. I put a little bit of sour cream. I use cream cheese. I use a little bit of salt, pepper, and I use a little bit of garlic salt. So these are all my ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and add those in there. I'm going to mix the potatoes, mash them up, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so the mashed potatoes are done. So then I'm going to... Okay guys, so this is what they look like when they're done. I go ahead and marinate them with more barbecue sauce when they get out. Here's the mashed potatoes, and then the macaroni and cheese. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like I said before, comment, leave a picture if you guys try it. Let me know how it was. Other than that, push that subscribe button, hit that bell for the notifications, and a thumbs up. See you next time, and happy Mother's Day to the ones that are mothers.